thank y'all for giving me this chance to speak to you a little bit today about something that's very important for all of us. I know it really don't matter how old you are for this to be important. Today I'd like to talk about the importance of getting a college education. Something that I'm almost finished with. It's been a life-changing experience for me, and I've enjoyed it. And I'd just like to start by asking this question. So why do I need a college degree? There's many choices and reasons because of that, but I'd like to start by saying, of course, number one, you make more money. Number two, the economy has changed where more jobs are requiring degrees now. And those jobs are quality jobs compared to what a high school graduate would get or whoever, you know. And the last reason is the amount of resources that you obtain by classmates and your professors if you ever had to use them for a recommendation for a job. Okay? Well, I'd like to give credit to where I got my information from. And the first source is the UnitedStatesUniversity.edu. The second source is usnews.com. The third and fourth source came from collegeview.com. So, just like to say this, a college degree is worth more than what most people think. On average, a college graduate makes $20,000 more a year than what a normal person would without any college degree. And I know a lot of people say a college degree is really expensive. But really, truly, if you take $20,000 and multiply it by the number of years you plan on working, you can pay for everybody's degree in your family with that money. Okay? And so that's a lot of money if you think about 20 years or even 40 years. That's a pretty good bit of money. So it's definitely a life-changing investment and probably the best investment one person can make in their life. We're going towards what I was saying about the economy. Years ago, a high school senior could graduate, go to any factory, any manufacturing plant he wanted to, and get a good job, benefits, retirement, all that good stuff. Well, today that's almost impossible. You got to have some sort of education that says on a piece of paper where you dedicated yourself for 2 years or 4 years before somebody even recommends you. Okay? And of course, once you get that degree, the opportunity for having quality jobs is fairly outnumbers what you would have without it. When I say a quality job, I mean benefits, retirement, insurance, the possibility of getting stock within the company, and of course that big nice vacation that we get every year. Okay, I talked a little bit earlier about the connections made with classmates. That's a good thing to think about because classmates could be very valuable resources. You never know. One day, one of your classmates could be your employer, and when you're sitting on that interview, you got 10 other people against you. They say, "Well, I sit in class with this guy for 4 years. I know he's dedicated to what he does, and it says what that degree you have." And 9 times out of 10, you'll get hired over somebody that don't have that. And also, something that I've experienced is prior professors. If you need a letter of recommendation for a job interview that's coming up, I sent my professor an email the other day about a job interview coming up, and he said he'd be more than happy to send me a recommendation letter. So that's also a very important thing to think about. Okay, and getting kind of away from that, something to do with a lot of college graduates do right off is they give back to their communities. And college graduates give back more to their communities than any other person. And a lot of people start by coming back to their hometowns and starting a business. Of course, that gives revenue and jobs to the community. Some of them start by helping kids that they've grown up with, that's had hard home lives with presents or financial things with their parents. And of course, you also got some that start research foundations for cancer or any kind of other illnesses. So, what do I need to do to get started with my degree? Well, the first thing you need to do is define your dreams. You want to look at your interests and your educational goals. Look at the job you have now, where you want to be in 5 or 6 years. Is it going to require you a degree? Or think about that career field you've always wanted to have since you were a kid. Define your dreams, okay? And find out what degree you need to have to be successful. The second step is fund your dreams. Okay, like I said, it takes money, but there's plenty of scholarships, financial aid, and grants that the states give out. All you got to do is take the time and sit down and fill out the paperwork, and you'll be surprised how much help that you can get. And finally, go for your dreams. Take the first step. Enroll in your classes. Do your very best, and before you know it, you'll have your college degree. Okay? Well, I got two little visual aids I'd like to see, and this is going to be me next week when I get my diploma. I'm going to be running, because I'm happy. I got my degree. I'm going to be running. Okay? And hopefully, after I do that, I'll start at the bottom of the ladder and work my way up the ladder to success. Okay? Alright, well in conclusion, like I say, I'd like to thank you all for coming out again, and let's review one more time what I talked about. They make college graduates do what? They make more money. Okay? That's one good reason. The second thing, look at how the economy is. You've got to have knowledge to be successful today, or even be considered for a job. Third thing is the quality of job that you can get with that degree. And also, remember the resources that your classmates and professors might offer to you in future years. Okay? So I want to ask you this question. How many of us would like to earn an extra $20,000 a year? Exactly. That adds up pretty quick, you know. And a lot of us don't make more than that now. So anyway, well, I challenge each of you, evaluate your situations and circumstances right now, and the education that you have. Strive to get that degree you've always wanted, and before you know it, you'll have to be successful. Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your presentation. Yeah.